There I am. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the stream here. I certainly hope you guys are doing great today, because I'm doing pretty good myself. Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you guys are getting ready to enjoy another weekend. Doing the same here. But we're going to be playing some Factorio today, so I think that's going to be quite fun. Good way to kind of help you get you through your Friday. I've already got the game loaded up, and I've actually been playing for about 10 minutes, just to try to figure out what we want to do today. And it really kind of stems from this area right here, because we've been having a lot of issues with these red circuits. Now, I did do a little bit of a change down here while, off stream. I actually routed this machine here just to actually put copper wiring right onto the belt here. And I also added a second circuit fabricator. This way, so essentially now what happens is that these three machines here just feed these two machines here, and they create as many circuits as they can. Well, this machine here just dumps as much wiring as it can on here. However, when this belt gets backed up, this all these copper wiring actually now puts it onto the main belt here, and then this one just kind of fills in the slots that it doesn't, or it's not open. It seems like this is actually working a lot better than I thought it would. And so we're pretty much keeping a good flow of red circuits going. Every machine's actually going pretty quickly. So pretty happy about that. And so we got a good supply of them going up here. And so hopefully now our speed module production is going to go down a little bit, but that's okay. So what do we want to do today? Well, we were going to start working on making yellow beakers. Now I can't remember what we need to actually get those going. So we need 2 of the processing units, a flying robot frame, and a low-density structure. Now the low-density structure I know is steel, steel, and then plastic bars and copper plates. So I have a feeling we might have to build them somewhere out here, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But here's where we can build our flying frames at. So essentially I've got a full thing of the lubricant there. So we can make engines. Oh, we actually need engine units. Yikes. Alright, well I want to rip all this up first. Collect all this stuff. Because I'm not sure how I'm going to do this quite yet. So I guess we can start... Where do we want to start first? We do have a lot of copper out here. We could actually use... This would be a good place to actually make those green circuits for the... We'll start with the... well, hold on. What do we want to start with? Yeah, we'll start with the flying robot frames. Why not? So we're going to need steel over here, we're going to need 2 batteries, we need 3 electrical circuits, and 1 engine circuit. The engines, we're going to need 2 electrical... excuse me. We're going to need 2 electrical circuits, an engine unit, and some lubricant. So there's a lubricant down here we can use. We'll just pipe it up to here. So let's start actually with one of the blue... This will be one of these guys. So we can actually, we'll bring this, my voice is already starting to go out, I don't know why. If we put him here, we can pull iron from here and copper from there. Bring that over to there, there, and there. So now we can create those guys, no problem. Let's get this guy wired in. We can have him actually output. I'll have to actually have him output to this. I'll put him output to the side here. Oh crap! This needs copper wiring, and not just copper plates. So I think actually this would be better. Matter of fact, let's get rid of this one, and because I want to redo this a little bit. So what I'm going to do, put in here. In here, out here. Now this is where I want to create, I can kind of do the same thing, but I want to do copper wiring here. So now I can do that. I'll put it to there. And now I can put an assembly machine here that does the circuits. So I think that might work a little bit better. We'll see here. And then this guy needs those, but it also needs iron plates. So I actually need to move it over just one more, actually. And then we put that guy there. Now this guy can start fabricating those electrical circuits. So there is that very basic structure done. And let's get that guy. We can put power to here. So now we got those going. And so we'll need them for that one, but I think I'm going to actually start focusing on the electrical engines first. So we're going to need one of the either the green ones or the blue ones. We'll use one of the green ones because I think that'll work out the best. Nope, not that quite yet. We need one of these. All right, so what we can do, actually, I'm going to move it over one more. So let's see, there. And then we have a couple of these guys. So that's going to be our in for these. So I need to make electrical those guys. Okay. And then rotate that around so that's facing down. Need some pipes. Hey, it looks like we're getting research done. I thought I can upgrade it enough to where we can kind of get that going a little bit better. Is there anything that can really help us right now? That would help so we can get more power going, which really we don't need a whole lot of right this second. But, you know, not the worst thing in the world to have extra power. There we go. So now it should have the lubricant it needs. Now we need to get engine units over here. How we're going to do that is going to be a little bit harder. So because I'm like, if we could try to create them, that would just take a lot out of this area. It might be almost impossible, to be honest with you. But we have so many just stacked up there. Because from right here, these guys don't need engine components. They don't. So what would happen if I just did something like this? Told this guy I only want him to pull engine components off this line. And then ran a conveyor belt this way. And then once I get out through here, I can just run this straight down. Thinking about just following this iron line here. If I can do that, that will help us so that try to keep a little more space, you know, be a little more space conscious, I guess. Because right now, all those guys are getting kind of priority for those engines, since they don't really need them right now. Kind of makes sense. We can just bring these down here, and then let's do this. Rotate them. Need just a few more. There we go. Now we can start consuming them down here and making the electrical engines. That's going to need some sort of speed module. Do I have any on me? It does not look like it. There's 5 up here, so we can take those. And then do that. I'll speed up the process a little bit. So flying frames. We now need... We've got electrical circuit or electronic circuits. We've got the electric motors. We'll need the batteries in the steel form. So the batteries, we've actually been creating batteries already. Now, as to where, I'm not 100% sure. That's the stuff for the flamethrowers. Aha. So here's where we're creating batteries at. What I want to have to do, though, because it's almost full, because I just let them sit and create batteries for the entire time and didn't check on them. And not ideal. Well, let's be real here. But if I can run them, let's actually get our tunnels going first. So if I bring the battery straight down, I can cross them over here. And there's not quite enough there. So this is the last place I can cross them at. And then I can put another one there. I'll have to move that one. Let's do that. Still gonna put us in the same situation, though. What would happen if we actually went through this way? It'd be turn, maybe something like that. Now, if we can actually, hold on. I might have to move that chest, which would take a minute, but we can do it. Have them go straight out here. Then we could do something like that. But from there, where do we go? I don't know why we have this kink here in this copper belt, and we can just get rid of that. Do that, and then do that. That gives us a little bit more room. Get rid of these tracks up to there. So we have this room here if we need it. This is a little more complicated than I thought it would be. But I don't know why we can't move this. Because if we just take this up, hold on, let me just kind of get rid of all this stuff. And then we bring the batteries down to here. There to there, there to there. Yeah, that gives us a free shot over to the place we're trying to make these beakers at. So that'll work for me. But I will need some more copper, or not copper plates, some iron plates here shortly, because I'm almost out of them. So that's gonna need some speed modules, because if that's the only place creating batteries for us, we're gonna need a lot of them. I got a feeling. All right, so where are we getting our iron from? Right here. Alrighty, so let's grab a bunch more conveyor belts. And then oh, I messed all that up. Alright, well, I've got a bunch of batteries in my inventory now. Alright, so low density, or not low, flying frames. I think that's the next thing we're going to try to work on. And I think we can actually just do that and have the motors deposit out on that one. So we can have two of them come this way. Can we actually put a purple one on this end? So this is what I've got planned here. Hold on. Do something like that. So essentially I want to put another one here. I'm going to have a purple inserter here that just pulls off the green circuits. The reason I want to do that, I don't want to have like this whole thing clogged with engines or anything like that. So if I can do that, let's see here, something like that, and then I can put this. Hold on, where is it at? There it is. Down here. We'll have to move this one because I do want to have power to both places here. So now that we can do this, we can bring this up to there. Can I actually move this to in between here? That'd make more sense. So I want to actually start making my flying frames here. And I'm going to need a couple more of the faster inserters. Oh, there we go. In there. So now I just need steel over here. Always comes down to steel. And I don't know... Maybe the engine area is actually probably the closest area that I have for steel. So I don't see any of it over here. And this would be a bit of a nightmare to get over to that area. What I guess I could do, let me go snag a few furnaces. Essentially, I'm going to just create a second iron or steel smelting area. Let's grab a furnace from here, please. Or 6. We'll just kind of cut this in half. Hold on. So now, because we're already starting to run out of, we're already out of steel over here because we got plenty of the red circuits now coming back over here. But look at this. We have all this steel plating here. I don't see why we can't, like maybe right here, break a couple of these off and put them into a smelter or 2. So we got a splitter already. So let's go ahead and split them. We'll split them right down here, and we'll need a tunnel underneath. And we'll do something like this. Now we can do this and this. We'll need a couple power cables. Like that. Now I need an out. I kind of realized I kind of built myself into a corner here. So, let's actually redo all this. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kind of sucks that I kind of messed up, but we can redo it and make it a little bit better, I think. So, let's actually... Oh, hold on. I have some things being damaged up there. Actually, looks like things were damaged and then the robots went and repaired them. And that's amazing. I remember I set that up last... now I'm just remembering I set that up last time. And it seems like it should be working out pretty well for us. Alright. That works. That won't work because I needed them on this side for the grabbers. There and there. Now, I'll need an out. So, if I... I'm going to modify this just slightly. Because I can. Because if... I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Maybe not. Might just leave it like that, and then put the inserter back there for the... So I was trying to see if I can actually get the steel onto the same belt as the circuits. I think that might be a little more difficult than it really needs to be. But I don't see why we can't do something like this, though. And run this straight down. Need 3 of those guys, though. Alright, so now we can produce the flying frames. Perfect. Alright, we already need a couple more speed modules for this area. Since we just have just one like one thing making frames here, it could use the speed modules. There we go. Now we need an output for them, so we can fix that on something like this, and then we can take that. And there we go. So now we've got flying frames. So that is the first part of the yellow beakers completed. Where's the yellow beakers? There they are. So I mean, low density structure I think is what we're going to do next. So that's copper, steel, and plastic bars. But you already have steel going here. So I guess what we can do is actually create another assembler here that just takes the steel from the furnaces here. Because I don't think this guy will actually use all of it. So I think we'll be okay with just stealing it from that belt here. So low density structure. Got that. Needs some copper, which closest copper source is going to be here. But I don't... do I really want to steal copper from here? Or do I... wanted to see? I could try to actually make another processing area for copper, like just kind of like I did for iron, just to help with it. But I don't know about that. So how hard would it be? Because this is a maze of intertwined madness. How hard would it be to actually create another refining line for copper? And we really don't have that much copper to refine. Like, it's, you know, I mean, yes, we do have pretty good stacks of it, but we're processing it at a pretty good rate. Actually, that copper mine is dead, so we can get rid of all this one. I mean, pretty much just a solid thing of copper there, so it's nice, but, you know. I'm going to have to go out and start squashing a few bugs here, because I'm not liking how this looks here and here. Like these three right there. And there's a couple down by that. There's a couple big ones down by the oil field that I'm going to have to take a look at. So, might be something we have to do here in a little bit, especially if the attacks, they start attacking quite a bit. We'll have to keep looking at that. But for right now, we can go ahead and start looking at getting some more stuff for this, or for our refining area. If let's see here. For the low density structure, they're building it here. I can actually pull, actually there's a plastic right here. Is there any way we can actually get that over to here? Maybe. That's going to be the easiest way to do that. If I move this power line, I'm going to fix it with that one. I think I can do this. Back it up 2 here. Out, turn. Ooh. Alright, let's get rid of the copper line just for, or the iron line just for a second here. We'll do something like that. We need something like that. We'll need one more of these guys to reconnect that one up. But we need a splitter in here, which I can do it there. And just bring this straight down and turn it like that. So we can get copper going back through there. Now we have our plastic over here. Now we gotta get it to this machine. If I do something like this, if I bring it up to there, and then I'll have to kind of loop it around, but I actually want to bring it one over. There we go. I think this will work. Until it doesn't. I mean, that's kind of the sentence of this game. It works until it doesn't. Put one there. We'll need some more power to this area. So there is the plastics now going in. Now we need to get copper over here. Go back to the age-old problem of copper. What would happen? Because really well, they're actually a lot farther than I remember them being. I am not really sure at this point. You know what? Let's also change our research. While I do like, what I do like, I like the idea of having more nuclear power. I really don't need it. Like, if you see here, we're completely backed up on power. So it's not like we need uranium. We got 2 reactors going. So it's not like we're not consuming anything. It's just that we don't need hardly any of it. So, what is there another copper place? Maybe there is one south of here. But we're still talking about, we're working in here. We really want to bring copper from there because we'll have to defend it and everything. Or do we just try to... I mean, it wouldn't be the hardest thing in the world to actually bring another copper. Like, essentially what I'm thinking here is rotate these guys around. Give them power again. Rotate these guys around like that. And then do something like this. I don't have enough conveyor belts. And then bring it straight across like this. Let's see here, so I can figure this out. Do there to there, and then there to... Can't quite make it across. So let's do there to there. And we can always change this up a little later if we want to expand our purple beaker creation. Look at that. So yeah, I got a feeling that might not be the worst decision just to blast through a bunch of this stuff real quick that we have all the materials for, and just try to get rid of it. So I think the best way to do this, if we can just bring a couple of those. We can just bring it around here. Let's go ahead and do underground here. And then we'll need to actually think about this a little bit more. I think we actually can bring this straight across this way. So this will work until that copper mine runs out, which very well could be a while, or it could just be very little time. I really don't remember how much is actually there. So we're going to bring it into here. I think this will work. And then we bring this one straight down. We'll do this. Try to keep it nice and tight. Like that. Let's go ahead and insert her there. And then, so now we got copper plates. We really just need copper there. What would happen if we just dumped the copper onto the steel line? If we did something like, hold on. So it'll put it on the outside of this belt. You got to think about this one just for a second here. And so we do something like this. So it's going to output it to the outside of this belt. If I now turn this in, and there, put it on that side, and now I can actually take it from that side of the belt. So that'll work out pretty well. And so now, I think, we're now producing low density structures. And now, because where we put this at, kind of planned, we can actually take that high density structure and put it on this belt, and then we can actually output it to the whatever we're going to use to create the yellow beakers at. So now, first thing, I actually need see if I have any more speed modules. I have 3 available. I'm going to do 1 to here. It'll fill up that machine. That should get that thing ticking pretty good. This one needs another speed module because that's taken a while. But we have created 1. So it just takes it takes its sweet time to get that thing done. But that's okay. We can pretty much by the time right now, by the time it gets 1 created, it has enough copper to create the next one. So for right now, I think we'll be okay with that. Well, we might have to speed that up later if we ever need more. Let's see. So we've got low density structure. We've got let's see, bro. Low density. So we need processing units. For that, we need red circuits, which is a pain in the butt. We need electronic circuits, which we are creating down here. And we are creating... Hold on, where were they at? Okay. And we need sulfuric acid, which we have a bunch of sulfuric acid. So that's actually going to be probably the easiest part. So we have a line here we can probably tap into. Something like that. And then bring that across there. Let's, that'll work, I think. We're about to find out if it'll work. Which pretty, if I can get it just across here, I think we can be... Oh, you have got to be kidding me. We can do it to there, though. There. Because I'd like to put a... I'm going to have to actually create a couple of the speed modules just because I'm probably going to need them because I don't think they'll have one. They have 4 or 3 there already. Just snag that one really quick. Let's go and create one of these guys though. Because I want to put it right here if I can. Because if that's the case, I have my electronic circuits. I'll have my sulfuric acid. So the only thing I have to worry about then is the advanced circuits, which, as we all know by this mess, it is kind of a pain in the butt. Let's go ahead and create those guys there. Let's go and rotate that around. Go. Ooh, yeah, actually that'll still work. There we go, and then we can put. Now the problem is the copper. There's not enough copper going to this one to create enough to actually create the stuff we need down here. Which I guess what we could do is kind of rework this and put this over here. We need a couple more furnaces just to process the copper, but that would mean we have more copper over here to actually work on the wiring up there, which I think will work out a little bit better. So before I forget, let me go ahead and... Ooh, can't do that. I'm going to need a couple of these guys. And then we need one more. Create a bunch more pipe. go. So now it's got the sulfuric acid it needs, which is the first thing, which is kind of surprising. Let's go ahead and output to there. So it can get its circuits, but now we got to figure out a way to get copper to these guys. I think the easiest way is going to be from here. And I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. We bring this around and down like that. So that'll kind of be our entrance point for the copper eventually. I think we're going to have to create at least a couple more furnaces. So I'm going to just go ahead and put that one there and that there. Let's go grab a couple more furnaces. I'll probably grab 2 more. I think that might be enough. Look at this now. All these red circuits going everywhere. It's crazy. I think they're actually waiting on steel now. I think that's what they're having issues with. Yeah, because I don't even see any steel over here. Not ideal, to be honest with you, but I got 1 from that. There we go, perfect. But it looks like we're just cranking through research now, which is good. Let's see how our steel production is doing while we have a minute. It looks like everything's cleared out on steel now, so that's not ideal, but there is no iron going in. Why is there no iron ore coming through here? That's a bit of another issue. Hold on. Are we really just processing it all? Well, maybe not. I think I just told it to kind of prioritize the other ones, so let's see if we can get more copper flowing to the steel plant. Hopefully that'll work. You know, I'm actually kind of half tempted to actually, instead of having a split here, I'm thinking actually about running a second line from two of the carriages to this point here, so that essentially these would just refine ore from 2 different carriages. This line here would just refine it from the other 2 carriages. I'm thinking that might be the best way to do it. But for right now, that's not what I'm working on. What I'm working on is trying to get what were we gonna say? Hold on. We're trying to get copper, or we're trying to get advanced circuits down here. We're trying to get copper plates down here, so we needed furnaces. Like that. We'll have to move this guy once again. There we go. Have the guy turn up. And, let's see here. Do this, run that to there, and then boom. So now we're creating more copper plates. Actually, I need 3 more of those guys. There we go. So now we do have plenty of copper plates coming down through here. How do we want to split this? So we do need to split it somewhere. We could split it there. I just realized I don't have my monitoring my cell phone, because usually I have my cell phone up to monitor the stream. Totally forgot that one today. So let me get that up and going real quick, while I remember to, at least. There we go. Looks like the stream's still okay. It's not like I lost too much there. Alright, so now we've got this split off. So I'm just going to run it down through here now. Let's do something like this. And now when we have issues of like, when we want to add more of these guys, which I got a feeling we eventually will, we can always just make a tunnel here. So it's not like it's a huge deal. Oh, crap. Speaking of tunnels, I want to put a tunnel there. which is okay. We do that. I'm gonna bring this out a little bit more so I can see it. There, and then bring it there. Cool. And so now that, oh, actually once I connect it up over here, now get that guy plenty. I'm an idiot because I actually don't need copper plates in here. I need copper wiring. I think I made that mistake before. So now I'm going to go through here and just collect all these guys up. There we go. So now I need to come up here, put another crafter down, which I have one. I should have one. There we go. Only need 2 more of those guys. We'll need power to all this. So what I'll do is I'll actually just have an input and then output there, and output, turn, there we go. This guy can just do the copper wiring that we need. So that should provide that crafter with enough resources to keep that going pretty easily. So yeah, I think that's working out pretty well. Alright, so that's working out better. So now, everything else is going here. So the last thing what we needed was the processing units, which we need electrical circuits for. But now that we're producing more, this guy's going to need a couple speed modules, though. They're both these guys are going to need speed modules just to help keep up with everything. Because if I want to just use that one as a or that one just as the only source of this stuff, we're gonna need some more of these guys as fast as we can. And then put the speed module there. Alright, so now we need this guy for, so we got our sulfuric acid here, and we've got that guy going. So we just really need the advanced circuits, which I don't want to split another line because that would just cause issues. I want to do this because this needs wiring. Man, it would take a bit to get that going again. I could split it there. If I split it here and ran it along the engine line, I'd have to bring it somewhere out here. Like if I did this, outpipe, filter. Hold on. Being damaged. Are they okay still, or are they? Looks like they are. Looks like the robots are going to have to repair them. What was I going to do though? Shoot. Advanced circuits. Output priority to the right. So now, hold on, is that, okay, cool. That's actually what I wanted. And now I can actually bring these somewhere. Because if I bring them, actually, if I bring them along here, that would work. So if I actually did this, turn, there's a 2 gap there if I need it. It's one of those things where you're playing almost like a Tetris game with this, but it's a little more difficult than just a normal game of Tetris because you're trying to do this and trying to make sure everything works. It's not ideal. So I'll grab some more iron plates here if I can find them. They should be around up north a little more. That's my steel. There's my iron. There we go. So we've got plenty of that now. So if I can, let's build another splitter because for some reason we're out of splitters. So that's something it seems like we never hardly run out of, is just the splitters themselves. So now if I split it here, because these guys have plenty of these guys. What happened? Okay, so it does filter onto that belt. That's exactly what I wanted. And we're not sending too many down there. So this will follow along here, and now it should. A couple of these guys. Once it reaches here, it should only output to this side. That's kind of what I want. That's what I want, so perfect. That is what I want. And then bring these down to here. And that fixes that problem. And then bring this out to there. An inserter. There. And so now we can create these processing circuits. And then we do this. And there's my output. A bit of an issue with that. Well, that is going to be a bit of an issue. So because right now, if I put that there, I guess what I could do actually just do this and then have them do that. There you go. Problem solved. All right, so we've got. I think we've got everything now. We've got our low density structure. We've got our flying frames, and we've got our processing units. So let's start. Let's actually create one of the green ones because I think that's something we can really use. We'll bring this up here. We're going to need a lot more conveyor belts to get all this working properly. I'm just right now dump this into the dump it into a chest because right now, if you look at our research, then we really don't need too many yellow beakers yet. And I got to figure out a way, because eventually, if you look down here, we have purple beakers, most of these purple beakers, then you get to yellow. It looks like yellow kind of replaces the purple beaker. And there's a couple down here that they need both. So, kind of take a look here and see if maybe there's a way we can. Hold on here. Don't I have? Didn't I say that if I can put the yellow one on the purple line, we have all 6 going at once? Did I say that? Okay, yeah, if I put them on the outside of this belt, they have red and green over here. They'll have the blue and black here, and then the purple and yellow here. Yeah, I don't see why we can't do that. Right now they're missing the black beakers, so that's our military one. So it should be down here. What are these guys waiting on? We're waiting on grenades, which they need iron for, which right now is a bit of an issue. I have no idea why, though. I mean, I kind of know why, but it's a little frustrating because you think you got one problem solved and then it pops up again, and so I don't know. I think once we get the purple beak or the yellow beakers going, I think we actually do the iron thing we wanted to do, and you see all this LC. I have an idea. and it would be a pain in the butt to do, I'm pretty sure. So essentially the idea, if you guys are curious, would be to, let me sit up just a little bit in the chair, would be to actually still use this system, but instead actually remove this belt here. Do what we were talking about earlier, where 2 carriages would feed this line, 2 carriages would feed this line. But at the same time, we actually add a 5th carriage to that train, and then that 5th carriage would just feed the steel production. That is the only way I can think of to actually keep our steel production high enough to where we can actually create what we need to, and also feed this behemoth over here that just creates steel for us. That is the only thing I can think of, and I think we can get it to work. It would take a lot, but look at this, we got purple beaker stacking up now. It's not a good thing to see, but I think we can make that work. I think that would help solve a lot of our issues. Yeah, actually, we're not. I figured we'd be waiting on the red machines here. But no, we're actually waiting on the green ones. Also, not a great thing to see, but does happen. We back this up just one more, so we will have power there. Bring that up to there. Fast inserter there. Bring this across. Not like that. Like that. And then we'll bring this in here. We'll need to have some power to it. So there we go. So now we'll actually go ahead and start creating the yellow beakers. There it goes. Filling it up for the first time. Let's get a fast inserter out. Actually, get rid of that one there. Let's actually just go ahead and just feed what we have in there so that it doesn't go to waste. This will be our out. And there we go. Yellow beakers are starting to flow. That is awesome to see. Now we got to figure out where on the purple belt. Okay, so there, we actually can just, if we can just bring them up here, tunnel underneath, we can just drop them off on that belt. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, yeah, I know it's going to take a lot of conveyor belt to get that up there, but that's what we're going to have to do. You know what? I usually would try to keep this, kind of tight to what we have already. If I can just get this to work properly. Bring this up here. We'll turn this way. Alright, I think from here, though, I can actually do this. Turn, turn, turn. Come on. Something like that. And dump that onto the belt. And now, I'll take a nice ride. It's a pretty long ride from where they're being produced. But that'll bring it over to our science area. And I think that's going to work out pretty well. So now that we've got all the beakers going now, so that's pretty cool. Let's try to get our steel thing fixed. I know we've worked on this quite a few times. Where is this getting attacked at? Ooh, stone. I think before we do that, I think we might just squash a few bugs. Just kind of help relieve some stress. And number one, I gotta find my tank. You ever hate when you misplace your tank? Not ideal. I think I actually maybe know where it's at. We parked it out the north side of the base, one stream, and I don't think we ever got it to. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I don't think we ever really moved it from there. Got plenty of ammo and everything, so that's good to see. Let me actually get in, please. What, oh, hey, enter. Oh boy, it's been a hot minute since I've driven with this thing. So we can easily add a 5th carriage on here. I'm not too concerned about that. So yeah, let's go take out that camp right there. Where's that? There it is. Ooh, it's got a lot of turrets on here. A lot of spitters too. Awesome. Drive-by melting of everything here. Burn all the bugs out. Burn the turrets down, and camp gone. That was a pretty simple one, actually. Of course, I think I'm starting to get to the point where my technology is just... I didn't mean to do that. Where my technology is just crazy right now. Alright, so let's rearm this thing. There we go. Actually, that looks a lot better than it did. Let's do that and that. Now, let's actually repair this thing. Alright, so we enter. I think I want to go up and start taking out the stuff that's around the uranium mine next, because not a fan of what that looks like up there. Then we'll have our iron train come back. We'll take the train or the locomotive off, and we will add another carriage in there. I think the only way I can actually get around actually going through here. Well, that's unfortunate. Let me go ahead and fix that. So let me actually get out of the tank first. Let's go and repair this and repair the tank. So actually grab 4 gates, because I don't have any way to get out over here. So let's go ahead and just throw a small gate in here. Like so. I think one of the reasons they're not attacking the uranium place is that it just doesn't produce a lot of pollution. I think they're attracted by pollution. So I could be wrong about that, but... Alright, what do we got here? A lot of big ones. Noted. Duly. Ooh, and a lot of big ones here. Run into this one. Come on. Run away. Run away. Okay. Almost lost the tank there. Forgot rule 1 of tanking is forget to save the game before you actually go into a combat. Alright, so save the game first. There we go. Now we can go back and take out... I think I took out quite a few of them already. But, yeah, I'm just going to run through here real quick and just burn what I can. we go. Camp taken care of. Just go and repair the tank just a little bit. And we'll get back to fighting. There's another smaller camp up here too, which I wanted to see if I can take out really quick. This one's not as bad. I didn't think that would be as bad. Alright, so save game here. I know some people are not a big fan of just saving after everyone, but you know, this is kind of more of just a casual playthrough. If you guys playing, there actually is like an Iron Man mode where you can't save, I'm pretty sure, which would be kind of interesting. But no, it's we're just here to have fun. Let's not worry about all that semantics and everything. Let's just try to have fun with this game. So I can kill some of the spawners real quick. Because if I can kill the spawners, that's actually a little bit easier on me then. Actually, let's get the camp out. There we go. Problem solved. Alright, let's get some repairs on this thing. And let's see if there's anything else out here. There's one more I wanted to go take a look at. Because I think everything else, I mean, down by the oil field, down here, there's a lot of them. But, you know what we haven't done in a while? I'm kind of looking around. There's not really any more vehicles. I swear, and I could be wrong about this, there was like a exoskeleton, like, hold on, let me actually look it up in the research, because we might not have researched it yet. Let's see here. So I swear there was like another vehicle you can make. I could be wrong about that, but there it is. Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking at. So we haven't quite got there yet. What do we need to actually get there? Oh, we actually need quite a bit. Because I thought that was amazing. That would be amazing to take on. We need to build that. I think that's going to be one of our goals. Before we complete the game, we have to build a Spidertron. Because that looks amazing. It looks like I'm okay. I'm kind of satisfied with what we've cleared out so far. So I think we can at least be a little bit safer when we're starting to... Oh, I actually need to go around this lake here. When we're building our upgraded, our kind of our like next tier of iron production. So that will be nice. Let's go ahead and just park the tank right here. Where is the iron train at? It's not in the station here. Somebody is probably up by the northern iron field. Let's go ahead and bring it back to the station here. Get all this ready so when it does pull in, we can kind of figure out where the last carriage is going to go. Alrighty, so now we can go ahead and throw that guy on there and not do that. Take all that coal out. Put the locomotive back on here. And slide that guy up to there. Empty the coal into here. Perfect. So now that we've got another train here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So what I'm thinking here is that the new carriage we just put on, this carriage is going to be one section. It'll be the lower section, we'll say. So this one and this one will be the upper section of our main refining area. So that means this one's going to go out to our steel production. Did I do that right? No. That's better. So that's kind of the goal right now. So right now we can actually just leave this one going like this. And then we have to just pretty much follow. Let me go ahead and just start setting it up. But it's because essentially we're just going to follow that path down, I got a feeling. Unless there's an easier way we can go just going straight down through there. Which honestly might be a better option. Get rid of this wall here really quick. Because if we can come... If we can come straight through here, we wouldn't have to worry about... that. Okay, hold on. Let me get that going again. And hopefully this should process the iron faster too, in theory, because we're actually, instead of having, it would be what, essentially 2 lines of iron, we're going to have 4 now. So we're doubling how fast the ore can get down to here. So hopefully that means we can process it twice as fast. We'll see. So let's do there to there, there to there. And you know what? Let's run it from here to here. And then from here to there. There we go. Run that straight up here. So we need quite a few more of these guys. Let's see here. There, turn. Which, I mean, if we just drilled this straight up now, going to these guys. To right there. There we go. Put that wall back there. Run this straight up. And if we just follow along here. Just a little bit more. Come on, we can do this. There we go. And so the train technically won't leave yet because it's not unloaded. So do something like that. So now this side should just be feeding the bottom level. And I'm trying to do it from a zoomed out view, and it's not ideal, but... So that should be feeding at the top level. And then this won't be feeding anything right this second. Well, technically, the other one's being fed still, but now you get my idea. Alright, so let's have this guy head to the iron mine. Actually, do I have any steel on me? I have enough to make enough track. So let's have this guy head over to the iron field. And I gotta change that because each one of these guys holds some amount of iron. In that case, we'll have to figure out some way of unloading, or figure out what number that is. It holds 2,000, I think it is. Well, if we have 4 cars and there are 8, so we'll only make this 10,000. But I want to switch back over to manual mode because I'm going to knock this wall out. Because if you notice here, oh, you know what? Yeah, let's actually do that. I was going to say, hey, we can just knock, or we can just put another carriage, or put the other stop down there. But I think this is the easier way to do this. If we move this guy forward to about there. And you put the other station up here. This will be called Northern Iron Field. I spelled northern right, it'd be nice. There we go. So now we can just kind of do this around like we have been. What the issue is going to be is trying to get all this iron. Because right now, this is being full, that's going to be full. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This is working, but this is going to be. We'll have to redo some of this. Do something like that. I want to move this gun here. So there we go. And now. Something like that, just to get the iron ore up here. There we go. And then out. Ooh, we actually need another row there. Actually, I'm going to have to redo all this. Fun. Looks like we need a little more room with the splitter. So if I did this, and did that and that, actually I'm going to have to kind of maneuver this a little bit. I really can't. So, backup plan, let's go ahead and move this guy down to there. Put the ammo belt there. How far back can I actually take this? I can go to there. That's not ideal, but I can make it work, because if I do this, I still get a bit of a gap there, and that'll work. Up, and then we'll need to put chest and loader. Oh, and that was kind of a interesting shot, to say the least. Let's actually make this part of the wall here. There we go. We'll get rid of this little notch there. And then we can bring this all the way up to there. Bring there, and then that and that. Put one there. So now it can load up with iron. How are we doing production-wise? We do have one that's gone down over here. Let's go ahead and get 2 more up and going here. Don't have another. This actually is not as bad, but I need advanced circuits for it. Let's get 2 more over here. Because we will need as much ore as we can get down here. We still, I don't know, how much ore do we have still left up here? I still have 6.2 million. Ooh, I just hit my mic. Probably hurt somebody's ears there, but sorry about that. Let's see here. So this technically will work. That one's full of iron. That one's full of iron. This one's full of iron. That one's full of iron, and that one is on its way. About half full right now. Ooh, she's got, 500 processing units per hour. There we go. Pretty neat. It's like we're learning. All right, so actually we need to move this down one and do that. So why is that not working? I think it's actually because I just don't have, there's nothing in there, so. Which really, I need to do this. And we'll load this thing up with iron. So it should, by the time it comes back, it should have plenty of iron to, throw in here pretty quick. So I don't think this will be too bad. I think we do need to get back to our main base though, because that's not. That's the wrong train. Let's go to manual mode here. Let's go switch that back to automatic. Let's actually do this. Hold on. Manual mode. Back it up just a little bit. Have it go forward itself. I think actually we got a problem. Because I think this is not in the right place. We need to move all this down. So there, 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 and there, and there. Put those three guys there. And if we can put this down there, that should load the rest of that up now. So there, now we have all three of those going. It should now load as much iron as it can on there. So, now, there we go. So now it's running on automatic mode, so hopefully this will work. We get a nice relaxing train ride back. So now, what was concerning me though is they were out of iron over here. What I could do, just to help this facilitate this a little bit easier, or a little bit faster, if we do something like this, hold on, and then do something like this. So now we can have both sides of the belt working for us. It seems like both sides are working except for that one, which we don't, we haven't quite, just haven't made the path down to the steel refining place yet. Which, by the way, I have no idea why I keep this one here. I just kind of do. It looks abandoned, which pretty much is because I don't need it anymore. Why are we not researching anything? It's got like 98% complete. Oh, missing the black beakers again. That would be why. Alright, so where do we need to bring in this iron ore? We need to bring it in somewhere over here. Can we bring it... Actually, if we can bring it down right here, or even on this side, and then kind of loop... Well, if I can bring it down this way, I can make it work. Alright, so we've got a goal in mind. And at least, or actually a goal. We have an idea in mind. Let's see if we can get it to work, though. We're going to need probably a couple of those. Because the hard part is trying to figure out where we want to bring it into the base at. It might have to bring it in somewhere around in here. That's what I'm thinking here. If we bring it in there, and then we can bring... Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's bring it in there, and then we can bring another one across there. And we'll have to bring it somewhere across here. Like that. I have to go into the base for the next part. Put it there. Then, so we wanted to bring it right through here. So, let's try to keep it along this path here. I'm trying to save as much room as I can, because I don't know what else we're going to be doing in this area. But, nice to see we have a lot of purple beakers. It's good to see. We're going to need quite a few of those. Because as of right now, we'll need to go south. Follow this guy around. And then... Can we move any of these just to maybe there? Then make the... Ooh, actually I can't move that one. Actually, I bet you I can. Like that. That'll save me on some of the tunnels I have to build. Do like that. And then like that. Now we're getting close. Not really, to be honest with you. I might have to bring it back out of the base and bring it back in. But I do actually. There's a if we can connect it right here. Essentially, I can bridge it right there. And if I do that, I've got it coming down right here. So if I do this, so I, excuse me. So now I bring it out here. I can bring it anywhere through here. That's going to be too long of a path there. Guess what I could do is actually build a bridge or a tunnel there. And if I did that, I can just turn that. Yeah, I think that would work out the best. So I'm going to need one more of these guys. There we go. Alright, so let's just... Oh, I'm just going to continue down the line here with... Because there's nothing really I'm, like, going for. I mean, besides the big robot. I mean, that'd be kind of cool to have, but... Don't really need that right now, so... Because right now, we're just pretty much connecting the dots between the tunnels we just built. And let's go ahead and grab... While we're down here, let's grab a bunch of steel plates. Just so that we have them when we need them. Alright, so now we go there to there. Oh, we are completely out of plates. And then we do there to there, and then... Oh, so what did I do here? I need actually another tunnel. There we go. And now, if we run down this way... Hopefully this works. That's the whole goal. I just hope it works. Cut this off here. Move it to there. Now we need to run back this way. And cut this off here. Now we just got to clear this old line out. That's not what I want. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, we can reconnect it there. Alright, well, hopefully, now that they have its kind of dedicated supply line of iron, it can do a little bit better. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. Uh-oh, that's not good. The copper fields. Well, that's a bit odd. We've lost a wall. So let's run up there. Let's see if the copper train's in, and if it is, let's ride it north. Looks like it is. Hopefully I can get there in time. It looks like it's still dropping off a bunch of stuff. I need to actually get up there. So let's go ahead and just tell it to go up north. Now, I could be wrong, but I thought I read in the tutorial that these wagons can only have 3 things. And that could just be the oil wagons. The normal hopper wagons might actually be able to have more than 3 on them. It looks like they did a toll to this wall, but... There we go. Let's fix this up real quick. So it might mean either A, we need to put another turret up here somewhere. I don't think I do have the parts for. So I might just put another turret up here real quick and call it okay. But I want to stop by the iron field really quick and see if maybe I can actually add. I'm trying to stretch my back out a little bit. See if I can actually add another inserter to these things just to make it as fast as I can. This I'm not as concerned with, just because whatever, it's copper. If we need it, we can wait on it. But at least for right now, seems like still everything's chugging along pretty good here, though. Laser turret is done. There we go. Let's go ahead and jump on this train here. Let's go ahead and switch it over to manual mode. We'll drive it out towards the iron place. And I'll have it stop. It's about to be attacked too. That's going to be fun. Or is that a camp there? If that's a camp, we got a different issue. Maybe not. Oh, crap. Copper train can now go back to the outer copper station. But I messed up, and so I need to go back to the copper field first. Alright, this actually would be a good time to test this. I'll have to do it somewhere. This might work. Well, let's try this. It looks like it can have as many as I can throw on there. So we did something like this, which will take me a while. To do. I could have, what, 4 on each, and that probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, so... to figure out how to get power to all of them, that's kind of the harder part. It looks like you can't have up to at least 4, so I mean that's probably what we need to go to, just because if we're running that, we're not running low on iron, but we're processing it faster than the train can do a cycle. So we probably need to focus on that. Alright, so now we've got that power station up. So pretty much I can just do this now. Rip that out. And now we don't have to really worry about do one here. So that one's got 4. This one has 4. This one now has 4. So we'll need 2 more sets of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 1 there, and we put 1 there. There. And right there. So now that should hopefully be enough to fill this train up a little bit faster. We shall see. To be honest with you, these guys aren't really producing very much iron ore at all. I'm kind of looking at it right now. Honestly, what we could do is actually get rid of that one. Rid of this and this. I should probably need to keep one of those, don't we? That's better. So that's actually got a pretty good range on it, which I'm kind of surprised at. So let's go ahead and let's build a couple mines while we're up here. We can build 8. Let's just build 8 real quick. Just to help facilitate the flow of iron ore. I put 4 on each end, so 1. These won't need power, but we can do something like that. That should cover the next 3 on this row. There we go. There's that. So there is half of them completed. Yeah, I just figured with all this, you would think it would be able to keep up, but it's not really doing that good of a job, which is kind of surprising. But you know, it happens. It's probably somewhere around there. That. A third. And the last one's going in there. So hopefully, looks like all these are pretty much full. The new one won't be, but pretty much they're all full. So that is a good thing. I'm kind of curious though. Like, would it be advantageous of us to put in a stack inserter just to try to see if we can actually get these to load faster? Not really sure, but there we go. I really need this guy up here. I can send him right back, so it's not like we're going to keep him up here for ages. Oh, this is cool. I never saw this page before. So this is showing how much we're producing every minute of the game. What can you tell them while we're sitting here for a second? Let's take a look at this. So right now, we're producing either steel plates or iron ore, or say iron plates or iron ore the fastest. It looks like 1.6 thousand per minute, which is pretty impressive. The next is copper. So kind of our basic materials is the first ones, which kind of makes sense. Then we're making 24 electronic circuits a minute. That's pretty cute. Well, that's down to 1 a minute. That kind of, or 12 a minute. That kind of concerns me. Unless it's just that we're producing so much of the rest of it. So all time, we've created the most iron. We're producing, we've almost produced 1 million iron ore. So that's pretty cool. Fluids, okay. Buildings, pollution. Ooh, pollution. So this is actually consumption of pollution. Huh. You start working on that more. These miners are actually producing the most, which kind of makes sense. All time. So I've killed the most small biters. Well, I love how it does like per minute. I've killed 5.5 per minute, which it's kind of cool, you know. Probably need to get. I figured this train would be going by now, but I guess not. Oh, we're up here for an attack. Oh, there's our robots. That was a pretty simple fight. Which one does not have iron ore in it? That one does not have iron ore in it. Holy cow. Yeah, it's this one we're having issues with. It's got plenty of iron ore. It's just taking its sweet time to load it. But it's not taking that long, to be honest with you. Let's jump back in the main train here. 1.9. Okay, let's cross that threshold. Let's get to 2. There we go. Oh crap! I think they're out of repair tools, which I should have. Got jumped out right at a good time, I guess. We're out of copper plates. Well, that's not good. Alright, why does this not have... Oh, we got destroyed. That would be an issue. I don't have any copper plates to replace it. Huh. Well... Well, poop. Alright, well, let's grab the copper field. Let's get him, and we'll stop him up here. We'll switch over to manual mode. I think I'm out of the way here. Yeah, I'm out of the way. I'll ride with him back, just so that I'll have to send the iron train back up here. Well, that's not right. I guess I can just run from here and let the copper train go back to the copper field up there. So far, it's not going too awful bad. It seems like everything's getting its iron as fast as it can. Are they really that stopped up? Hold on. Let me go double check, make sure. Yeah, they're just not producing a lot of iron plates. Very fast, I should say. You know what? These don't have any speed mod. Well, number one, they don't have any of the tier 3 speed modules, which you only have 8 of. So it's not ideal, but we can speed this up a little bit. Alright, so now, let's see if we can actually just go ahead and dump. We're creating, these are 2, so actually we need to go into here. Alright, well, that might help. We'll see. They're creating we're still creating a lot of iron plates. Just it doesn't seem like we're creating enough, which is odd. But so like once you get down here, I mean that one's we got plenty coming down through here, but You get up here. It's actually not terrible actually anymore. Looks like iron's actually going out at a relatively good pace because we've got plenty of places generating it. Matter of fact, let's actually switch this guy around and have him do steel. It just takes a while for steel, but I think this system works better. I think we're over saturated with the iron now, so that it will not hopefully stop now. And it seems like we're not really hurting for iron plates anymore. At least iron is still a little bit of an issue, but if you look here, it's starting to come out a little bit better. And I think that's helping out things quite a bit better. Well, all right. So it looks like we've kind of got. I think that's just going to take it a minute for it to kind of get up and going again. So, what do we want to work on next? It's kind of the thing we need to figure out what we can do. Because really, we've got the iron flowing again. We've got the orange beakers going. Is there something I haven't played with or tried yet that we could maybe? We haven't really done much with the power armor. But to do that, I'd like to get the Mr. Fusion going. And nobody can tell me this isn't a Mr. Fusion. That's exactly what it looks like. So for that, actually, you have one available here. Let's go ahead and while we wait on, build some more of the speed modules. While we're doing that, though, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and throw that one in there. I guess really what we could do is tell these guys to focus on the right output. And where's this one going? That should be fine. So now this will hopefully get more of the circuits it needs to keep it functioning. We need to get back up there and get that fixed. This guy is out of coal. Well, darn. Alright, well, let's leapfrog the next one up here. Can we actually move this one to... Yeah, that's a little bit better. Let's grab some more copper plates, which we have somewhere down here. Alright. Looks like none of the trains are actually in the station, so that's a bit of an issue. Let's grab one of those guys. And that was up at the iron station or the coal station? Cancel. That was at the iron field. Where's the iron guy at? So this is slow. This is almost about out of iron, which is not ideal, but it does work. Really need to let it unload for a minute just so we can make sure we keep iron flowing through here, because it was running low, and I bet you it was getting close to being able to return. So let's see, what do I want to do in the meantime? We've got the gun ready. Let's go actually create a second gun, so we'll need another inserter, just so we can help maybe beef up that area just a little bit more. For what little time we can kind of make the run, which let's see here. Let's do that. This train's got a lot longer than I expected it to be, which is kind of neat because that means we've had to We got enough demand where we have to run 5 carriages on a train, which is kind of cool. Alright, I got dropped off on a conveyor belt. Alright, well. Put one there and put one there. We'll put the fast inserter there. We can get ammo to those guys. So hopefully that'll help keep that area, at least that one, alive. Oh, just in time too. Look at that. It's great timing. Let's also get some repair kits for the robots here. Take half of them and put them up there. And we'll do that again. We'll give them 14. That should be plenty of them. Alright, here we're off again. Awesome. So we got all that fixed, so at least we're doing a little bit better now. Hopefully that that won't interrupt our iron production too much. And they're still unloading stuff, so I think we'll be okay still. I'm thinking actually, you know, it might be better if we actually move this one, which will need some more power over here, which I can do that. And that, because I have to connect them all up there. But now, if I actually do this and dump it on that belt, hopefully it won't be as, you know, we can keep a good flow of it going, because this one was kind of just sitting there. There we go. I think that works out pretty well. So now, what do we, we almost got we're already halfway down the portable fusion reactor. Let's see what they actually need over here. Like, what are they lacking? Looks like actually the yellow beakers, which, okay, I get, fair enough. And actually the red beakers, they look like they're actually out of both, which, let's be real, not ideal. What are we lacking over here? Just speed. That is what we're lacking in. So let's start upgrading all these guys with some speed modules if we have any. We have 2. Alright, well, that'll at least get one going faster. Or to the fastest it can go. If you look over here, we have plenty of materials for both, so I don't see why we can't get this guy going a little bit faster here. Or should we build... we don't have the steel or the plates for him. We can go get the plates. Thinking about actually, if we upgrade this one to one of the green ones, the tier 3s, that might make this one a little bit faster, and hopefully, well, number one, it will make it faster. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But that might help solve some of this issue. Here we go, because we have like a little small stockpile of yellow beakers down here. But the red ones, that's kind of shocking to see that the red beakers, I mean, this could just be outdated technology. It's essentially what that is. Two more. Do we have any? We got 3. It's probably if I keep, I mean, oh crap, they've already used them. Never mind. I need to switch the output. Oh, hold on here. Why is there circuits on this right side here? As I got so inundated with circuits that yeah, I have no idea why that would happen. I really don't. That's a bit odd. just do that again. So once again, we're having issues down here with something. Looks like it's still copper wiring because the copper's not getting down here for some reason. We do have the upgraded one now, so let's upgrade one of our red beakers at least to a faster one of the production there. And you know, come to think about it, we don't even have the fast inserters over here. Let's get that going. That might be part of our issue. See if we can maybe, yeah, so it looks like we might be producing a little bit. I mean, I know we're producing them faster, but if we can get some speed modules on this thing. Let's see here. Do we have any more ready? We do have at least one. And that's all we have. Alright, well, we can throw that back in there, though. Let's run this back over to here. So that will help out as much as we can here. So now we're waiting on the black beakers now. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. These guys are waiting on the yellow beakers, I think, yeah. But we're getting there. It's slowly but surely working its way up. But I'm trying to figure out where those yellow are. It might just be that we're just not producing enough yellow beakers, which is fair. You know, it's not like, look at this. Look at all this iron going through here. It's amazing. I'm really thinking I might just need to do that for copper as well and have it come just down here. And honestly, it wouldn't be that hard to do because we have the iron already coming down through here. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's create maybe 3 more iron, or 3 more furnaces, which we have right here. Which I don't know why. I mean, I do. Okay. Essentially, I thought I was gonna have to make more things to make purple beakers, but it didn't really materialize. So do something like that to reroute the beaker thing here. Which ain't gonna work anyways, so let's fix that. Something like that, though. 1, 2, and 3. Run that up to there. We'll need 6 of these guys. And we'll need a couple power poles as well. So, now that we're going to try to do this, I think the easiest way, we might have to essentially make a U-turn with them and bring them... let's actually do this. There we go. And then we can do this and bring that down to there. That still works. Alright, so fast inserter here, here, and there. Need power. There we go. We start feeding those guys. Rotate this guy this way. Have him drop off behind. Actually, I want to move this one closer so that I can get all of them in one. So now we've got plenty of plates coming out of there. Something like that. I'm going to have to move this entire thing here. It's no big deal. We can do something like that. We'll do that. Rotate this down now. So now that we've got copper plates coming down through here, this guy right here, which is no big deal. Then do that. Bring this straight down. This is gonna be the fun part. If I did this, brought that to there, I can move the splitter then to there. Can I? It's gonna be short. No, it's gonna be perfect. Oh, that's amazing. Because now I can just do this and turn it. And now, bring that to there. Rotate these around to there. Now it's got all the copper we would ever want. And once again, this will start backing up again too, which is fine. And it's, you know, ooh, it's okay on the copper ore. Maybe not the most, but it will work. Though I'm noticing now that these guys are actually like filling up on iron or filling up on copper wiring, which is, it's maybe not ideal, but it does work at least. I think this is a better, more permanent solution at least. So I know because if you look here, and this is kind of what I'm, well, maybe not. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to figure something out. Oh, we're actually out of copper plates over here. That's an issue. What if we actually ran this? Hold on. As kind of a backup to all those. That might work out a little bit better. We'll see. Since they're not just taking from one line, they can take from two separate processing areas. That might work out. Now they're actually starting to get stacked up with copper wiring, which I think I prefer that over the alternative, not having enough. But now they're getting fed by two lines. They don't have to pull from the main copper line, which this seems to work a little bit better, I think. I mean, not all the machines are still working though. That's kind of an issue. This might need a second inserter, and I hate to say that, but I think we can try to do this. Because now it can keep, well, now it's having issues with producing too many, which is not the worst thing in the world, let's be real. But yeah, look at this. At full bore, it could very well eat through all that, which is a bit crazy. What if we did a fast inserter out as well? That might be something that could be useful. Essentially, we would just do that and out that way. So we're pulling from, or we're hopefully pulling out twice as much now. So it's starting to stack up a little bit, but also gives a bit more of a buffer as well. So I'm just glad these machines don't break down. That would be the bane of my existence if these things just started breaking down because they were overworked. But they don't, and it's amazing. So what I could do, just to kind of help with some of the copper wiring down here, I could move, or just get another crafter down here and have it drop off like down here. But I think we're okay for now. I think we'll be just fine for now. Although these guys are need some more copper plates going in here. I just need more copper period going through here. Alright, so why is all the copper gone? Forgot this is the side we're just drilling with the mines we have here. What I can do, actually output these guys to there. How many we got here? We got 5. Alright, we'll do something like this. And we'll do something like this. And then rotate. Oop, that's not going to work at all. But this will. And then we can bring this down this way. So essentially, that should provide a good amount of copper to those guys, hopefully. It's essentially, we're just saying that we're pretty much getting all the iron plates that we usually use in most of our production from the train, and the rest of it's coming from what little we have still left here at the base. So hopefully that works out a little bit better. You see the massive copper ore coming down through here. That's pretty impressive. We're about to get our portable fusion reactor, which, if that just takes fuel cells, we have like infinite power. All right, hold on here. What is this line for? This should be for iron ore. Alright, I'm confused. Right here. So we got this one coming. Oh, it does, because it actually brings it across to here. Okay, never mind. Number one. Great, I figured that out. Number two, are we just out of iron ore? It looks like it. Not ideal, to be honest with you. So let's actually add in... Yeah, the guy's coming back now, but let's add a wait condition of... Nope, actually right here. Time passed. We'll do 2 minutes is the max. Yeah, I'll do 2 minutes. Alright, so we got the portable fusion reactor now. Fun stuff. Is there anything else we can really just do what's a little bit smaller? Don't really need that. That would be kind of useful just to make our trains faster. We do need to make one of these though, because we need that for the rocket and for the Spidertron. So if we want to maybe start working towards that, we probably won't get it done this episode, but we can at least get a start on it and see how we go. Let's see here. What was I going to do? We got a problem here. We're on iron plates. That would be an issue. I got my Mr. Fusion I can build now. So let's go ahead and do that. I do have modular armor. Yes, I do. Just wanted to make sure. Let's see here. So crafting for Mr. Fusion. Holy cow, we need a lot of stuff that we don't have. This low density structure, though, we got quite a bit of it. We need 50. We've got half of it. Well, that's unfortunate. The other thing we need is processing units, which I'm pretty sure we have close to a lot in here. And we only need 200. So let's go and put the rest of them back so we can keep this process going. We do have a couple speed modules, though. A third one on the way there. Trying to think of what we could upgrade to get this going a little bit better. Let's go ahead and upgrade this one here just to get it as fast as we can get it. I want to snag it until, or snag enough material until I can actually make my little fusion reactor. Oh, I can right now. Awesome. Looks like I just have to create the material for it. So this might be a good time just to take a quick, like, 2-minute break. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw the BR back screen up. Well, that's not the right one. That's the right one. So I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to let the thing run, so when we get back, we can start working on our power armor. But until then, guys, just take, literally it's going to be probably about 2 or 3 minutes. I will be right back. Told you it wouldn't take that long. Alrighty. We are back in. Unfortunately, we're still making higher low density structure. So it actually was not enough time to get that all going. Oh, a bit of an issue. Alright, well, in that case, we're almost done with that anyways. So what can we actually build with our power armor? So we got some energy shields that we could actually build. That'd be actually kind of fun to see. Build our own laser turret. And a discharge defense. That actually might be the cool one. Have our own personal robot thing. I think that's what we're going to go for. At least right this second. I do kind of want to have my own laser and maybe even my own shield. Not that we're really in too much danger normally. But, you know, I think it'd be kind of fun to see. Where is my steel at? It's up here. My dwindling supply of steel. Which is not ideal, but, you know. Actually, I don't have enough to even build the what I was trying to build there. So we really do need. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to think how I wanted to do this. So if I'm having my poor robots flying around chasing me, if I do that, I really don't need. I just want to need a normal inserter. Why is... Oh, so why is the blue beaker so stuffed up? Because they don't need them. So I think this would be a good place to actually pull iron from. So that'll work out pretty well. So our Mr. Fusion reactor is done. So I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. So power armor, I want to put in my Mr. Fusion. That's the only way I'm going to call it, because that's what it is. Where's it at? There it is. Holy cow. So that's a lot. Now where is the personal robot port? There it is. It doesn't have power. I wonder if I have to have fuel cells in my inventory to get this to work. Not like I can't just do that. So now, is this working? It is. So now, I have a personal roboport. I don't know how to use it, but I have one. Okay, so now I have construction bots that work from inventory. That makes sense. Do we want to try to create now our defensive shield? I need some more processing units is what I need. I don't want to sneeze either, but... Alright, so we've got that. We need more low-density structure, which I can go grab some more of that. As I hope we can. Oh, we got plenty over here. Look at this. Guys are setting up their game on that. There we go. Create one of those. As a matter of fact, we can probably go pull some of these advanced circuits so we don't have to... Once again, it stacked them up over here. I guess they're just not using enough, so I guess maybe we can switch that over to the right and really get some production modules going, or some speed modules going. Really what I need to do is also upgrade this one to one of the green ones, which... I mean, I can, but we need for the tier 1 ones, which I'm pretty sure we can go get. These are actually pretty easy to get right now. There we go. Do that now. Actually, wait on the shield. We can kind of push the shield to the back just a little bit. Since we really have our nuclear reactor on our back, we really don't need much else. I mean, I have 46 uranium fuel cells on me. I think we're okay. What needed the... Oh, this guy needs the electronic... or the electric engines. And this guy can take these. I'm just trying to stuff them to where they'll actually be used. They're just sitting in my inventory right now. I want to get rid of them. This guy having issues with copper wiring, and this guy's having issues with copper plating. So let's see what's going on. It looks like we're just not creating enough copper plates. which is fair. So he's getting a little bit better now. So now, what do we got? What do we got? This one's going to be a little bit a bigger pain in the butt because we have to try to get... We can do that. I think we can build one. It would just take a while. I think we're going to do it because why not? Alright, so we've got our personal shield now, so let's throw that on here. So there we go. Oh, there we go. Shield's charging up right now. There it is, I think. Yeah, it's going to be our shield thing. Cool. So now we have a shield. Why, I'm not really sure, but we have a shield. What do we need for rockets? Actually, rockets aren't actually that bad to make. Actually, they aren't bad at all to make. The explosives, I think, they are the hardest part about that whole thing. Which the explosives are at somewhere. There they are. The sulfur is kind of the hardest part, I guess. You know, first off, we did want to this one. It's like we wanted to replace one of these with a better one, which is there, so we can get low density structure. Then we can put speed modules on it. Do we have any? We should have some available. We have two. Perfect. We can use that. Boom. So that'll be a little bit better now. I think what else would we need? Kind of help boost production here. Really, it looks like it's just taking a little bit to actually get everything built, which is okay. It's not like it's a huge deal. That's what we're working on now. It's taking its sweet time, as it probably will, because it's going to take a lot of stuff to do so. Let's go take a look though and see what we're missing. It looks like just yellow beakers. So if we can actually boost production on the yellow beakers, we might be able to get this, you know. Maybe at the start of the next stream, we can actually get our Spidertron, which would be kind of cool to see. So what do we need to kind of boost production? Well, we need to get actually more copper plating, which not ideal to hear because we have copper plating issues everywhere. Because I don't trust that, because I think it's just more the lack of iron plates that we're slowing this line down rather than lack of copper plates. It's like ore-wise we're doing okay on. Let's do this, and then we need another furnace. Let's go run up and grab one. Oh, we have plenty of furnaces up here. Let's look at this. The purple beakers are actually completely full, which is awesome. So really, it's just these guys we're having issues with. So let's see if we can do something about that then. We do this. to also boost these guys up a little bit because we've got the rest of them going pretty darn quick. Right here. I was trying to find the speed module chest. It always seems like it's coming down to copper that we're having issues with more than anything else. Speaking of copper, the copper field's getting attacked. Not ideal. Trying to think how I want to boost this a little bit faster. Because really it looks like it's more of the fact that we're running low on the normal circuits, the electronic circuits, because we're not making enough processing units, which is a bit of an issue. I didn't really think that would be what would be causing it, but so I'm not sure how to fix this. It's a bit of a conundrum. I really don't know how to fix that. I mean, these guys are having issues. It's kind of the same issue. We're just not producing enough of everything to satisfy what we need. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and create 3 more of these guys. There we go. So now I can actually take all of these, put them on that line there, and now I can take this one, bring this up to there, and we'll go underneath like that. Three, 4, 5, 6. These guys will need some power. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. So hopefully now we've got 6 plates. Oh god. Might have been a bit overkill there. But this guy now has plenty of everything to actually make what he needs. Not bad. Let's grab some speed modules while we have them. We have 1. Of course we only have 1. Well, actually, I think it's more of this guy needs the speed module, anything else. if I throw another one of these guys in here, and then do something like this. And then we try to bring like that. Tell this guy we're going to make copper wiring here. Now I need an out for this guy, so we'll need to do something like this. Two more of those guys. Need quite a few more of these. Well, I think I'll have to go this way with it. But now we can go out this way and this way with them. That should pretty much provide a constant feed of copper wiring to this one place. We're going to try this and see if this works. Just trying to keep that in there as much as it can be. I mean, that's better. It's pretty much picking up as fast as it can actually make it. So it's still not the best in the world, but it's a little bit better than it was. Now we're running low on iron plates again. Well, this is a welcoming surprise. Why is this all backed up now? I guess if you don't start creating steel out of it, everything else just backs up. That because we're running low on yellow beakers, that means none of the iron stuff that needs to be made is being made. So let's just let's turn two of them around. Let's get those going. And see if we can get more of the yellow beakers out. Alright, hold on. Why is this not working? That's an easier way of doing that. I don't know why that wasn't connecting in there like it should. Not that it really matters or anything, but that was really odd. I don't know why it would have done that. But hey, it's working now, so that's all that matters. So this guy should have plenty of iron plates to work through. This would also be one I would consider upgrading to the tier 3, which, let's see if we can go find some tier, why is this having so many issues? Does it really, are we out of processing units? Holy cow, I think we're actually out of processing units. Alright, well I need to grab some more steel plates here. While I do that, hopefully, we will get enough stuff going here. So iron or steel we're out of because our train has not dropped off much recently. Alright, so what else did I want to let's see here. It's pretty bad when I lost my train of thought that easily. That's right. More we need to get more circuits going over here. Now I remembered. Alright, so we got one of them built, because we did have one here originally. It was right there, and so we'll need probably 2 in, 1 out. So 1 in, we'll get at least started. And 1 out. Because I'm pretty sure this line can handle having 2 machines like that. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it can. Let's get one of these guys going here. Do I not have a third one ready? Let's do that. Drop that off there so we don't have to worry about it. And to be honest with you, it might just be beneficial if we took a couple of them, put the speed modules in here, just so that we can keep a good supply of stuff going in there. I don't know, but we do have another one of the green ones, which I did. What did I say I wanted to put this one at? It's down here somewhere. I don't think it was. I mean, we could put it there, and yeah, but essentially we've pretty much caught up with that one. All right, where did I say I wanted to put this extra, this newer crafter? All right, it's pretty bad. This is getting not great for all this. Do that, and then we can stuff those into there. Ah, that's an issue. That not enough copper wiring is going in there now. Yikes. Yeah, it's not ideal. But I don't remember where I was going to put this third or tier 3 crafter at. It's been a day, I'll be honest with you, but so far I'm still here and getting through it. So. So did I want to use this as another one? But I don't think we do. We just don't have the material to do that yet. We just don't have. If we can get some speed modules on this thing, it might work a little bit better. Rid of those. Put that one in there. So we used to just have a huge stockpile of them here that we kind of fed from, which was kind of nice. Pretty much just as fast as it takes it out, it puts it, or puts it in and takes it back out, so not ideal. How many does this need to make? Need needs 3 of them. I don't even have enough materials to make them. That's not ideal. Let's be real here. So he's creating another one right now. So that's something we might need to look into eventually, trying to get those upgraded, trying to get that going faster. Same with down here. So yeah, I really don't know what else to do right at this second. I really need to get this. I guess I can say I really do need to get this going faster, because that's kind of what's holding up our progress right now. But it's like we're producing everything as fast as we can. It looks like we're out of steel again, which is not ideal. Well, actually, this steel is a little bit different because it only comes from these 2 plants here. Which has plenty of supply, just taking its sweet time to do so. I don't have any speed modules to upgrade it with. Well, I guess what we could do is try to... It's one of those things where it's like, what do we want to upgrade next? Problem is, to upgrade one thing, we need to upgrade 3 or 4 more things. And that would not be kind of conducive to what we've got going right this second here. We're still lacking in parts right now. Let's actually go steal a few from up here. Let's see if we can create a small buffer. Just want to steal a few from up here. Where is this at? There we are. So I'm going to run up here. And I'm going to drop off all these rec resources, stuff like that. I don't really need them. There we go. Yeah, that's all we're waiting on is those yellow beakers. And once they get over here, they snatch them right up, and so we can keep it going. But for what little time they actually use them for, it's a little disheartening. But we're over halfway done, so it's not terrible. So that's something we might need to, try to figure out what we can do to really get this going for next stream. Because honestly, we don't have that much left. We have to get the next weapon. We can actually get the artillery, which would be kind of fun to actually play around with. Actually get a war train, I guess. Although I think with that, we have to try to figure out like pockets that we can actually like go to and fire from. I'm wondering, is it too much that we're just asking too much of one inserter? So I'm trying to figure out. No, it seems like that's okay. See if maybe this helps, having a second inserter for steel or iron plates as well. See if that helps. Maybe a little bit, but it's Still demanding a lot from one thing. Although, pretty much, it's about the same speed as one of those guys, so... Yeah, so I mean, this might work a little bit better. Got a few of these stacked up over here. Now we're waiting on the low-density materials. I look like we're waiting on steel. This really does need a speed module. At least one. Do we have one available? Just one? Alright. We can at least get this one going a little bit faster. Alright guys, I think it's about that time to wrap up. It's going to be a little bit early, but I'm kind of, not burned out, but I'm just kind of lost on what to do right this second. Number one, this base is getting massive now. Look at this. It looks amazing. And it all works together and everything. I zoomed out enough to actually see it all. So that is pretty neat. So I'm going to save the game here, guys. I'm going to hit save there. Go ahead and pop out to the main camera, guys. Well, guys, thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. It's a little bit shorter. It's about maybe about 15 minutes, but unfortunately, I'm just kind of at a loss of what to do right this second. I think I need to go back through maybe off stream and see if there's something I can do to actually figure out, see if I can get a way to gotta get to the next goal. But if you guys enjoyed the stream, the best way to help support me is just leaving a follow. That's probably the best way to help me to support me. We're at 48 right now. I know the count, the little goal tracker said 49, but we're at 48. So we only need 2 more to get to that 50 follower goal that we're trying to get to the end of the year. We don't have too many more streams left. 2 weeks from now will be Christmas Eve. And then the week after that, it's New Year's Eve. So maybe 4 to 6 more streams. So we're getting a little low on streams, but we only need 2. I think we can get it still. And if you guys don't know, if you're new here, we're trying to get to 50 followers for the end of the year. We're actually doing a celebration in Planet Coaster. If we get there, that's kind of we're at least hoping to get there at least. However, I will need your help to get there. Essentially, the celebration is going to be a big festival in the park that we're building in Planet Coaster, and we're doing a fireworks show and things like that. So, things will be kind of neat. If you guys are curious about more of my content, you can actually check the link below the stream here. That will actually take you to my YouTube channel. That will just all my content there. I've played a plethora of different games, so if there probably is one on there you probably will like. Other than that, guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest. Good early week next week. I'll see you guys back here on Wednesday for some more, more Planet Coaster. But until then, guys, I will see you later. Stay safe out there. Have a good weekend.